This morning I told the kids, okay, I wanted to prepare them. I said, okay, we're gonna go on our 8-mile run. Okay. So then just a little bit ago, I informed them, okay guys, we're actually just gonna do our 6-mile run. And there was some screams and some claps. We are walking to our breakfast meeting this morning. We got a lot of sleep last night. Ben probably got like 9.5 hours. I got a little less because I'm waking up with the baby here and there, but feels good.
See you, Christine.
Bye guys, thank you.
Bye.
Meeting went really well. We discussed some big picture plans and have some big picture changes. And the big picture stuff is important, but also important is getting the work done today that needs to get done today. So it's kind of a balance of setting like a true north and making sure that we're talking about that regularly. But that stuff's only as good as like, you know, our ability to kind of like stick with the plan day in, day out and do the hard work. So it's time for me to get started on writing now. This vlog just changed. Maybe this vlog should have been one of those where this is like all we talk about, but we're showing you our day too. So it's like a buy one, get one free one. We got this comment from our video the other day. Elena wrote, what would you think about getting your channel monetized, but having to go towards saving of your kids' choosing? Maybe Disney World or classes of some sort. No one should feel tricked. That money doesn't come from our pockets directly. You guys work hard. I don't think you should feel badly. Then Lindsay says, I totally agree, monetize those videos. I don't care one bit. This got me triggered.
Not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. I think our channel is the perfect place to talk about it in the perfect way, but it's actually about much more than our channel. So I want to share with you guys more in depth why we don't do commercials. Let's talk about the pros real fast. The benefits of if we were to click that button on YouTube and we were to get monetized, what are the benefits? We'd get money. And I think the biggest benefit is that it would be less awkward than getting it directly from you guys or asking for it, because you guys watch some Nike commercial, then Nike gives YouTube money, then YouTube gives us money, and it's all kind of clear all the way around the board. That's all I can think of. We get money and it's less awkward than asking for money. Are there any others?
Yeah, less messy.
Okay.
I guess if you like to see ads, you get to see ads.
Some people maybe like ads. There's two huge cons though that I think are very important, and these are the ones we cannot get over right now. One is, it could be supporting things we don't believe in. If you go on incognito browsing, you get ads, because I have ad blocker, but there is a birth control ad at the very top of the page.
मूड स्विंग्स तो लगभग सभी को हो रहे हैं। तो क्या गर्भ निरोधक गोलियों और कॉन्डम्स के अलावा कोई उपाय नहीं है? है ना? टुडे कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव, इसके कोई भी साइड इफेक्ट्स नहीं है। अच्छा? हाँ, और ये कोई गोली नहीं है, बस।
Forget about our beliefs on birth control. We're all about family. Birth control doesn't really help create family for most people. And I don't want to push that idea. And we don't have control over that. But that's not even the main one, actually. The main problem that I have with ads is it's really promoting this idea of hidden costs. costs that people aren't aware of, that they're accumulating in their life. And that's evident to me by these two people who I think are great and mean well and are doing nothing but trying to support us. So this is not a rant against you. It's more a rant against this idea that, oh, advertising is free. It doesn't impact me. You guys, nothing is free. Ever. If you go back in time, you have to imagine that these people that get the TV in the 60s, they're like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. You get to watch all these shows and you don't have to pay for them. It's just like, it's all free. But look at our lives right now. Look at how much stuff we have, how unhappy we are, how far away we all are from our goals and who we think we ought to be. It's fairly safe to say that being exposed to this advertising, the advertisers won. They're winning. They're better than us. They're stronger than us. We don't know what's even good, what makes someone content.
And there's not even a face. I mean, there's no face. It's like, what is an advertiser?
What I want to really encourage you guys is to beware of things that claim to be free. We actually feel like the biggest cost to this is our family. We've done a lot of things to eliminate advertising in our life, from catalogs coming in to even watching TV shows. But one toy catalog coming in, my kids could be totally happy one day. And then the next day a toy catalog comes in with 100 or 200 new items. And all of a sudden they're like pissy. And it's like, what happened? And maybe I buy a toy and I could say, oh, that cost me 20 bucks. But over the course of a lifetime, exposing our families and ourselves to all of these products, all of these services.
It breeds discontent. It makes you not content with your life the way it is. And I feel like as humans, we already struggle with being discontent. And that just like feeds it.
And I think hidden costs are the absolute worst because you can't really assess them. It's one thing if I say, hey, send us 20 bucks in the mail. And you're like, whoa, 20 bucks? Huh. Is that worth 20 bucks? That's a great question. And I'm not telling you what your answer should be, but that's a good question. Now, with advertising, we don't have the ability to ask that. And Thoreau, in his book Walden, he made a super interesting point. He said, if we were to walk to, I think he said like New York from Boston, if I was to walk there and if you were to take the train, I would beat you walking. And he goes, why do you ask? He goes, because if you were to go and get the job and earn your money to get the train ticket, by the time you got your train ticket, I would have already have arrived there by walking. And what he was saying was, train tickets aren't free. We don't think about that though. We just think, oh, a train is faster than walking. Yeah. And there's all these hidden costs that go into all the money it takes to build the railroad tracks and to get the job. Advertising has a ton of hidden costs. I feel like the same way, like there's this hidden cost to Netflix, okay? Netflix, up front, you look at it, and what does it say? It says $9.99 a month or something like that. So when you're thinking about it, you're thinking, oh, $10 a month for entertainment? I can afford that. But what we don't ask is, what is that going to be taken away from? From our family time, from our other income goals, from our other like productivity and value creation time? And we don't know. I mean, how much did Netflix or YouTube cost you last month in hours? It's like they don't record that like on purpose. They don't send you a report that's like, hey, by the way, you wasted 80 hours on Netflix. And that's the real cost, you guys, not the $10. And this does really tie into our whole relationships with God and others. And Tim Keller says this thing that really changed my viewpoint of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not sweeping something under the rug. So if Cami were to hurt me, forgiveness is not saying, oh, no big deal. That is not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is saying there has been a debt accumulated. So she hurt me. Forgiveness is saying, instead of having her pay it by either withdrawing or being mean to her or having her try and be nice to me for a certain amount of time, forgiveness is saying, I will pay it. But we have to be aware of these costs. And I think in our culture, we're so used to ignoring them, whether it's relationally in that example I just used, or even financially. We're like, oh, whatever, like hopefully it'll go away, And that's where our personal and national debt is kind of a symptom of how we see and how aware we are of cost. So what I want to say to these people in the comments and to all of you is, it doesn't matter how much pain you feel. These companies, they make it their job to make advertising as painless as possible. That's why it's only $10 a month to start Netflix. That's why watching an ad, it's supposed to be entertaining too. Don't ask how much pain it costs. Ask how much does it cost over a week or a month or a lifetime, and are you willing to pay it? And I hope you say no, actually. I want you guys to not put up with advertising. And I want to transition to kind of the second point. Advertising is just another way of us taking from you guys, and I don't want to take from you guys. We got this message that we've been given freely. God gave it to us, people gave it to us, we learned it, and we wanted to give it to you freely. For those of you that choose to contribute to our channel through Patreon, thank you. You are under zero obligation to us. You're not buying something. This message is not for sale through advertising or any other way. And charging for advertising would just be another way of making it for sale. And although, yeah, we could take our kids to Disneyland, we could take our kids to Disneyland now. And we do appreciate the contributions, but we're giving this to you regardless.
God's given us the ability to be able to not have, we don't need the money, which is, we're really thankful for that opportunity.
If I need to charge for it because my family doesn't have food, I don't have a problem doing it at that point. Until that happens,
Or if we don't have Netflix?
We need money for Netflix. For those of you, regardless of whether you support us financially, we do need your help, because there is an all-out war on YouTube right now, and I've been hesitant to get into it because I feel like it's kind of complicated and it affects us really kind of indirectly in some ways. It's not my passion. There's another video that I'm going to link to in the bottom, and I'm going to link to a few other resources as well. And they're talking about how the internet does not have your best interest in mind. These channels, they are just trying to suck ad revenue out of you, and that's all they care about. And this is like not even debatable. It's like obvious for people that design it. But this other video I'm going to link to is about this question of titling videos with thumbnails. And right now, YouTube is highly, highly rewarding fancy thumbnails with catchy clickbait titles to get new viewers. So even if you subscribe to us, that used to be the way that you were able to see which videos came up on your little feed thing. It gave you what it thought you wanted because you said you wanted it by subscribing. Now, YouTube has realized people are gonna watch more videos for longer if they have catchy titles. And it doesn't matter if these videos are gonna help them. It doesn't really matter what their choices are. They just know that people are weak. I mean, I'm weak and I just click on these thumbnails. So without getting too far into it, there are two main ways that you can help us. One is, if you want to see our videos and if you believe that they are helpful to you, is to watch them. And that might sound silly, but I know you have a lot of choices on YouTube. And I know I watch a lot of videos that aren't helpful to me just because they're there. And I don't know what it's gonna take to do that. Like, we're willing to help out, but there's a way to turn on notifications for subscriptions. You can get them sent to email. Right now, we post them on Facebook and they get posted to Twitter. So you can follow Fight for Together's Facebook page and their Twitter page. And I think even on Instagram stories, so that you can know when the new ones come out. The more views we get, the better it is for us and our time and our messaging, and hopefully the better it is for you. Don't click on the crap and the garbage just because it's there and it's sexy, because we don't really feel like we can play that game with integrity. In fact, this video that I was watching, it's this guy I really like, but he said, well, now I have to play this game because otherwise my income will drop. Because we're not doing this for income, going back to point number one about the hidden advertising, we don't have to think about that. But we still care about views and connecting our message with the people that will get value from it. So do your part. The way you can help us is by seeking us out and helping us so we don't have to put these deceptive, weird, wacky titles and change our day and our life to try and get you to click by being like, I saw one yesterday that was like, 1,400 pounds of dry ice in the swimming pool. And the second thing you can do is to share our videos with people that you think will benefit from them. I know it's weird, I know it's hard. We live in a very private society where you don't want to push something and it seems imposing and it seems weird to even watch a vlog and admit that. But if you could just think of one or two people that, hey, don't keep it to yourself, if it's beneficial for you, and email them like old school style, like here's a link. That helps us. YouTube's algorithm is changing a lot, and a lot of people are freaking out about it, but the common way to do it is just to keep on playing the game. And I've gone, sometimes part of me, I feel like we should, but then I'm like, I just don't feel right about it.
It's kind of slimy, yeah.
So it's weird. Our subscribers have been constantly going up. Quality has gone up. Time has passed, but yet our views are staying the same, if not going down, because of this. So it makes it hard.
Just because they're not as accessible to new people?
Yeah. Or they're not as accessible to subscribers.
Oh, even subscribers.
Yeah. So even though people are subscribing more and more, just because you subscribe doesn't mean you're going to see our videos. It used to be like it showed that.
You have to do this extra step.
Yeah. And YouTube puts all these videos that have all these crazy thumbnails.
Doing what we're asking you to do, it would be kind of like getting on Facebook and hiding all the people you don't really want to see their stuff for whatever reason. Then you will more likely see the stuff you want to see.
Yeah. Here's what you guys can leave in the comments is, what is the best way for you to find out about our videos? Is it Twitter? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it getting an email? Because we're willing to help you with those things. I just don't know where to invest that time and energy.
Yeah.
So if you're a regular watcher of our videos, what's the best way to do it? And we will try and respond to that and accordingly.